It wasn't a warship, it wasn't carrying oil, but it still drew the United States and Russia into a tense confrontation at sea. This is how a rusting oil tanker became the center of a rare legal and geopolitical standoff between two nuclear powers. On Wednesday, US forces boarded and seized a Russian-flagged oil tanker in the North Atlantic, following a weeks-long pursuit across international waters. The vessel, originally called Bella 1, had been sanctioned by Washington in 2024 for allegedly operating as part of a so-called shadow fleet, ships accused of moving sanctioned Iranian and Venezuelan oil while masking ownership, changing flags, and disabling tracking systems. Though visibly worn and inactive, the tanker quickly became diplomatically explosive. Last month, the US Coast Guard attempted to board the vessel as it sailed towards Venezuela under the Guyana flag. The crew refused. The ship altered course and headed into the open Atlantic. What followed was a pursuit lasting several weeks entirely in international waters. During the chase, the tanker changed identity, repainting a Russian flag on its hull and re-registering under a new name, Marinera. Under international maritime law, ships on the high seas fall under the jurisdiction of their flag state. By claiming Russian registration, Moscow formally objected to any US action against the vessel. According to reports, Russia began repositioning naval assets, including a submarine, to protect the tanker as it sailed towards Europe, raising fears of a direct US-Russia standoff. Russian officials later said the seizure violated the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea, with one lawmaker describing it as 21st century piracy. China also criticized the move, opposing unilateral sanctions not authorized by the United Nations. US forces boarded the tanker roughly 190 miles south of Iceland, using Navy SEALs supported by specialized aviation units. The United Kingdom provided additional assistance. Russia's transport ministry said it lost contact with the vessel immediately after the boarding. Washington has defended the operation as lawful sanctions enforcement, but legal experts say the episode highlights a widening gray area where sanctions enforcement, reflagging practices, and maritime law increasingly collide. The tanker itself was not carrying oil at the time of seizure, but its status, sanctioned, reflagged, and operating across jurisdictions made it a test case for how far states can go on the high seas. This was not a military confrontation, but it showed how sanctions enforcement, if contested by major powers, can escalate into diplomatic flashpoints with global implications. A single aging tanker did not spark a clash, but it exposed how fragile the legal balance at sea has become. Follow Business Standard for more explainers on geopolitics and markets.